of worship. It's just part of like worshiping, and nobody's really supposed to do it. You're just supposed to go. You're supposed to just take the proper ways of going to the family, particularly the men. And if you don't do that, it's a problem. That's pretty much where the problem lies.
What's up, bro? What it do,
Yeah.
bro?
Let me add this part in there though. The whole concept of polygamy is not like dating, right? Um I don't know if Native went to the part of mentioning the polygamy used to be something that was very common in the Western society. Um we're talking about the Americas. We got information from the census from I'll say from the 17 and 1800 to the early 1900
Yeah,
that the United States recognized polygamy. But one thing I want people to understand is by etymology, the word polygamy has a Greek word polygamos. That means often married. You were married and to be in a polygamy. A polygamy is a marriage lifestyle. If the marriage perception perspective is not what you have in your mind when it comes to polygamy, you can bypass that lifestyle. It's not done for your personal pleasure. It's done for multiple people in this equation, if that makes sense. So
Right.
polygamy is not your average P
it
Diddy
was that mother.
freak off. P Diddy freak offs.
Right.
That's not what
Right.
that is.
Right.
It's something more sacred. So, if that's something you have your mind into, it would be best to take care of you mentally, emotionally, some type of shit before you get yourself involved.
I got you on, brother.
Just wanted to put that perspective in there.
For sure.
Okay. I wanted to say too, as far as where I think AU was talking about a woman having anything in her name and a woman pretty much holding weight with certain things. That's also a problem too, because where it says when a woman maintain her husband, she is full of anger and prudence.
What's
So
up, Candy?
she not supposed to, like you said, that's not supposed to be going on as well. So that's another problem. Like guy was saying too, um, as far as the polygamy thing, you it's not supposed to be like you said a freak off. It's women is in the scripture. You're supposed to that the woman is supposed to have separate homes. You ain't supposed to be laying in the same bed. You're not supposed to be doing none of that. You're supposed to be able to take care of that woman. And the first woman post she can't lose nothing. So if the first wife you got, if you can't take care of the same way and she don't lose nothing, you can't take on the second wife. You got to be able to take care of everything, and they gotta have their own um, homes. They can't be living in the same areas. So
Well,
How
it's
that's
a
you
what
feel
lot
they
to
about
do
it.
in
that? How you feel
Dubai.
about that, Lookie? I was
They
about to
do
ask. How
that
you,
in Dubai. Like in Dubai, if you get one wife, the second wife
what's
has
up,
to have
Rocky?
everything the first wife has.
Right,
Like
right,
they
right. You got
all
to be
have
able
to
to take
have
care
the
of it.
same thing. So I
Right,
mean,
right.
that's how they do it in Dubai. I don't see nothing wrong with that. If the first
I don't
wife
see
get a
nothing
house,
wrong
the
with it
second wife
either.
get a house. Right. If the second wife get a car, the first wife get a car. Like that's how they do it in Dubai.
Yep.
So
So
Yeah.
everything comes from us. But yeah,
What's
that's
up,
all it
Ron?
is. Yeah.
What's up, not eater? What it do, bro? You tapping in? What
What's
you
up?
gonna
What's
say?
up? What's up?
What's up? Go
Oh
ahead,
no,
Ron.
no, I was agreeing with the brother. Like, yeah, that's how it's supposed to go. If you have multiple wives, you gotta have like the resources to
You got to have the
take care
resources.
of the second one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
I literally
Yogi,
heard a man say, "Oh,
Um,
if I have multiple wives, then they're gonna have to take care of me. I'm not taking care of them." I said,
All right.
"Listen, this lifestyle is not for you, sir.
That's for
If you
pleasure.
have
Like
that
dude said, it's for
well,
mindset,
pleasure.
like
Yogi want to
just
say something
stay."
real. Mhm.
oh, I was gonna say, and generally, if all, excuse my language, if all niggas cheat,
Here we go.
if all
Mm.
niggas cheat, I might have to say that a couple times. If all men cheat, not just niggas, see how that work right there? Then is there a benefit to partaking in the polygamy side? Because the idea is that the man, yes, we're the provider and we do all that. But see, in traditional Cherokee marriages, the woman had to bring stalks of corn up to 7. She had to
Uh-oh.
prove she could grow and harvest, and I would have to exchange my hunting gift to her. And that was a part of marriage. So the idea that the man is the only one providing and caring, that's also a Western sense. Everything the woman does is also a service.
Mm,
I agree.
Taking care of the family, tilling the land. That is
that's
a service. So this
Mm-hmm.
idea that the man has to come in and she's treated like a little child and we're paying for everything and she gets allowances, that's completely Western. But yes, there in traditional times there was a dowry, there was a value upon women, there was some type of exchange that had to occur because you're not just taking the woman from her family, you're taking whatever economics and business she had from the family. So that's why there was an exchange that actually had to occur. But the main thing I want to say is that um, we're here to serve each other. But the idea that men take care of all the wives, and there's many different styles of polygamy. Some marriages, women are in one house. There's some marriages where women are in different houses. You see what I'm saying? Um, and then again, there's a difference between being polygynous and polygamous, like I was saying in the comment section.
oh, talk
And
heavy,
with
bro.
polygamy, multiple marriages, the man is not allowed to have sex outside of his wives. I'll go on mute.
Mhm.
Oh, he dirty for that. Somebody kick him. Kick this nigga. Kick this nigga right now. Somebody kick this nigga. He talking about going on mute. You just gonna stop right there? You gotta
My
watch out
bad.
for people that drop gems like this. We over here
So
listening.
basically what he's saying is that no matter how many partners you have, you still have to practice sexual discipline. This is
Okay.
not an excuse for men to be sexually ratchet, basically. So he still has to have a certain mind in order to have multiple wives or partners.
Discipline. I like that
What's up,
word,
hey you?
discipline. Do you think that's the problem with men? Is that they don't have sexual discipline? That's why they want poly?
Yes, they think that the worst mentality that a lot of men have when it comes to poly is they think that because they have been failing at monogamy, that poly is a better option for them. But the fact of the matter is that if you cannot have a successful relationship with one woman, you are not going to
Preach.
have a successful relationship with more than one woman at
Okay.
all.
Not gonna
That's
happen.
a corrupted mentality.
Oh yeah.
What was you gonna say, Looky? Y'all like that,
No,
don't you? I
I
know y'all niggas
agree.
like that.
I agree.
Yeah.
Like we always making sure you could keep one woman happy. If you can't make one woman happy, how you gonna make three women happy? Like that's going to be impossible. So to see a man in a healthy relationship would be more attractive to a woman who is interested in poly because she can see that he can make a woman happy. Because if
Right.
she's miserable, I ain't about to sign up to be miserable.
Hmm.
What
Hmm.
about the man's emotional well-being? Because yes, happy life,
What's up,
crappy
G
wife,
bro?
and all that. Because if she's upset, all that bad energy is gonna get put into the food that she's making, all into the comfort or whatever she's doing around the house. She can damn near so-called curse the family in her anger and happiness. But what about the male's happiness and his
Exactly.
emotional well-being?
He definitely should be emotionally supported, especially if he has more than
Exactly.
one woman. Her
Yeah.
nurturing, her affirmations, her attention, her food, all of that should definitely help regulate him.
We believe happy spouse, happy house,
I
but we
got a
Yes.
guess
can't
for you, Storm.
deny that
Oh my
80%
God.
of women file for divorce.
I got a guess for
80%.
you,
It's
Storm.
like men can stay in a miserable situation and women cannot. So if the marriage is going to be divorced by the woman because 80% of them are the ones filing for divorce, then I'm not saying her happiness is more important than his in any type of way, but if
What the
she's
heck is wrong with
unhappy,
my
it's more
phone? My
likely
phone
that they're
is
going to
acting
get a divorce.
crazy.
We can hear you,
Okay.
Rolo.
What you think about that, bro? What she said.
Oh, that's on point. Because women are kind of more on the more emotional side, even though men can be emotional too. But women are more on that emotional side. So I do agree. There's a science. There's a
Hmm.
science. I didn't want to go into this one. The whole menstrual cycle thing. Because we talk
There
about
you go.
polygamy, but certain women hang out with certain women and their menstrual cycles will adjust to other women's menstrual cycles or it can get knocked off.
Yes.
So
Yes.
sometimes it's not because there's good compatibility, but why they don't get along? Because there's a biochemistry confliction going on in the menstrual cycle.
But we
So,
solved that. The
Mm,
women need to be
mm,
friends. You know what I'm
hmm.
saying? We can solve that because even when you are friends with a woman, it doesn't mean that you won't get into
What you
an
doing down there,
argument
Rocky?
or get into a disagreement. But once you have emotional intelligence, because I'm coming from the fact that if you have emotional intelligence, you should be in a relationship. You shouldn't even be in a relationship without it. So I'm speaking on people who have emotional intelligence and who can communicate with each other. So the women should be able to get along. Like women, we get along with each other
Do
unless
you
there's someone's dysregulated.
do you think so? So looking at y'all, do y'all think that the women's should pick out the women's first, or the man pick out the women? Is that what's up, G bro? What do you do? He said, "What's up, Zoe?"
I think for women that are not in poly, like they're not in a
G bro,
relationship at
salute.
all, they might
Salute,
want to
bro.
start finding some sister wives. But
What's
then
poppin',
how
bro?
many sister wives should they have? Because she might not be attracted to the man. One may be attractive, one may not. So she might have to have multiple sister wife potentials.
Okay. Hmm.
Sister
What's
wives
up, G
are
bro?
blood
That's
sisters.
how my
Yeah,
wife and I
originally
named our
that's yeah. You
homes.
see, the word the sister wife. Originally, the sisters used to marry one single man. So I think this is easier for us men to talk about than women. Because imagine a man having to have, not saying imagine this, fellas. Me and my brother got to choose a woman. That's not going to be easy. So women having being sisters, having a husband, that's not an easy thing, especially if sisters don't get along.
What's up, Wisdom
Because then there
Storm?
has to be a sisterhood. That's the other thing about the polygamy that nobody's discussing. It guarantees a woman a sisterhood, while monogamy usually, not saying you can't socialize with other women, it isolates you from other women. But
That's true.
polygamy almost guarantees you a sisterhood. I can go on mute again.
Oh, this
Yeah,
nigga.
it guarantees a community, it guarantees a tribe. That's why like women that definitely are usually stay-at-home moms, entrepreneurs and things of that sort, will bring up, polygamy because they want somebody, another adult in the house because the husband is usually gone. And that's one of the main reasons why I presented it to my ex-husband because he was traveling for work and I was at home with the kids doing work in my business from home, but I really didn't have any adult interaction like that. So I'm just like, yo, like we need a we need another wife, like for real.
So,
Because
so Storm,
mentally,
so Storm, are you into that? Like, you're into sister? You're into that?
yes, yes. I
Let me
definitely
see.
like I'm the type of woman that fantasizes about, catching the baby and, all of that type of stuff, right?
Say what?
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, like I really am in alignment with it. Um, because I'm not having any more children. But the person that I'm currently with doesn't want any more children and he is not interested in poly. Um, but if he eventually ends up being interested in it, I'm definitely here for it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rojo, go ahead, Rojo.
You got to find her
Rojo.
mute. Okay.
I'm here. I'm here. You can hear me? I'm here.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep. Yeah, loud and
we
clear.
hear you
You raised
just
your hand.
fine.
You raised your
Yeah,
hand.
no, I raised my hand. I was saying, yes, I am Stormy's sister wife. So whenever
Okay.
she
Yes.
gets married, whenever she does get
Hmm.
married, and we come as a
Okay.
team. We are
Yes.
So,
one. She
so,
is me, I is her, us is we.
Yes.
so
We are
Mm.
one and
perfect.
the
Are you?
same.
So that means that y'all already locked in before y'all find. So y'all do probably turn out pretty good because y'all locked in, and then y'all pretty much gonna find him together. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Okay. That's dope. Mystic. Mystic, are you like what do you subscribe to, Mystic? If you buy your phone, what do you subscribe to, Mystic?
I'm celibate.
Oh shit. Oh, she's celibate. What's the answer? What do you
Ooh.
subscribe to though?
What that mean?
That
Like
doesn't
I feel
answer
like
the
to each his own. Like I'm a little I'm a handful. So like I don't think like a man could deal with me and other women. Because I am a handful.
You said, "Are you mentally celibate? Are you mentally celibate, Mystic?"
I'm
Yeah, I had to
mentally,
type that. I didn't want to say
physically,
that one.
emotionally celibate. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah,
they
Mystic.
doubted you. God
Yeah,
damn.
Mystic. Looky, we kind of know where you stand at, dude. I think like you the same, just like Rojo and Storm.
Well,
You and
I
that sister
mean,
wife. Okay.
I don't have a sister wife right now. You know, I am seeking sister wife.
Oh, she laughing.
It
She don't believe. Okay.
was a joke,
Uh
because
huh.
there's a show called Seeking Sister Wives. So I'm seeking sister wives, but I don't have one.
Last last woman. She is light. Uh huh.
She is like,
I'll probably answer for her. Hers is
you
gonna
gonna answer?
be.
You gonna answer
I'm
for her?
here. It's
Oh,
my
okay.
my background is loud. That's why I wasn't. I'm here though. What's up? What's the
You
question?
go ahead, Lucky.
Do you already have any sister wives?
No, I don't. Do I have one or two in mind? Yes, I do.
Mm, mm.
Uh-oh.
All right. That's all.
Okay.
All right. Cool. What I see is
Mm-hmm.
though is I just see when I grew up, y'all. I never heard this stuff. All I heard is people being with somebody. I thought that was pimping. And
Mm.
when I came to BIGO, that's when I started hearing about this stuff. And I was like, what the fuck is poly and polygamy and shit like that? You know what I
Mm.
mean? And when I seen it, it was a bad. The way I seen it, people had girls give them uppercuts and shit like that, and putting them in the headlock. And I was
Oh
like,
hell
is that
no.
what that? And then, putting them in the camera and making them dress the same and shit like that. And he all in the camera like Diddy and shit. I just didn't understand what this shit was. You know what I mean? And I'm getting a good point of view, like what Yo just said, the corn and the harvesting and stuff like that. So, but I'm learning. But Bigo made me look at that shit bad
Yeah,
because
I
there's a lot of
bet.
dudes on here. They want to be part of this, but they don't even got not even one girl. Like
Right?
they so polygamy. Like how you say you the polygamy dude, but you whatever the polygamy guy. And go ahead, go ahead, bro.
Yes, sir. Go
So
ahead.
I was go when I was first got out of prison in 2018, I was subscribing heavily to Shahrazad Ali. Um Shahrazad Ali, she goes in about culture, far as our relationships and culture and how it seems as if we have adopted this westernized ideology far as what a relationship looks like, how we should be going about our women, what a man should be doing, like Yogi was even hinting to. And when she did the deep examination, it was that a lot of our L's that we have, it seems as if, oh yeah, I can't be poly, I can't be monogamous, and it seems that for all of those things, but a lot of times it was just our condition, and that we was always seen to be
Can
in
I,
a
can, bro? Thank you. That's why I'm glad you took it from me, and I'm take it right back. I grew up. Damn, I don't know why I cut you off, bro. I think that's what happens. Is the way I grew up, I was positioned. Fuck it, bro. Go back to what you were saying, nigga. I hope you
yeah,
understand
like
why I
so
cut you.
it's like our condition. We
Yeah,
always been such the we grow up as black people like in these little survival units, so we don't
yeah.
have the luxury to actually look at it like, you know what, man, I can have this, I can have that, because everything that
Correct,
We
we
don't
have
correct,
look at it
correct.
on a
is
positive light
Oh no.
because it doesn't
everything
Yes,
have
that
thank
we
you,
have is
it
so
doesn't
thank
have
you,
a
essential to
bro.
our
positive light.
survival, our little survival pods that we in.
Yeah.
Right,
So
Slim.
no, I can't share this man. He's essential.
He was
He's
just
essential to my
watching this man.
survival. You know what I mean? I can't
Hmm.
share him. If I don't got him, he holding everything up. So we've got we've adopted jealousy in the black
We
conscious
adopt.
community,
Oh,
in the black
he
community.
cooking, y'all.
We
Yeah.
adopted jealousy, women and men. So
And
now,
she
so
can't
that's
see
what
herself. Yeah.
We got
exactly.
a
So when
different
you don't
outlook
find
for
that
everything that
value in
really worked
yourself,
for us.
yeah, you don't find
Right.
that value in yourself. You don't find that value in the next woman. You don't find that value in a black man when you don't find that value within self.
Mm,
So you
That's
looking at,
mm.
I don't want you with her. I know how women are. You know, I hear that stuff so much. I know how bitches is.
Yeah, you're
You
looking
can't
at
have no
everything
female
on a
friends. I
personal
know bitches.
perspective.
Yeah.
Everything is
So
personal instead of what works for us as a unit.
They in
it's
the
an
comments says you
insecurity.
spitting, bro. They said you
It's
spitting,
an
bro.
insecurity,
appreciate that.
because we're
That
in
is
Yeah, that's where
survival
all
mode.
that
We're
shit come
trained
from.
for survival mode. So if you're trained for survival mode, then you're gonna try to hold on to whatever you think is helping you survive, and you don't want the next person to get that. You know, so it's an insecurity because that person can love you just the same, even if they love someone else. It doesn't take away
Mm-hmm.
the love that they
Fact.
have for you. So
right.
Mm-hmm.
it's all insecurity.
And this is, I
Mm-hmm.
also want to hint back to the brother and honor his presence as well as a Hebrew, because this goes into those ancient Semitic laws as well. And you also
Mm-hmm.
find them throughout the continent of Africa as well. And where you will see the women of old, in the old day, I would just say the old day, they didn't have that jealousy component in their everyday culture. And we can
They
see that
understood their purpose.
because the way that it was set up, and the Hebrew brother will agree with me, is that if a man was to go down, like say I widowed my woman, I died,
You there,
it's
Zerai?
my brother's responsibility
Come on.
to come up and take
That's
care
right.
of her. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And step in.
Yep.
So it wasn't a jealousy aspect, it was a trusting aspect. I trust you as my brother.
That,
Like if I go
that's
down,
what we
take care of
call a
my wife, make
tradition,
her your
brother.
wife, and do everything and
Mm-hmm.
take care of her like I took care of her. Brothers can
That's what
in
tradition is.
2026, let me land here. In 2026, you couldn't dare imagine your brother marrying your wife if you
Mm.
passed on.
Woo.
Oh, they changed that. They
Yeah,
changed the
that
ideology
society
and
is
demonized
different.
that.
Hell no, I couldn't imagine that. No, I couldn't imagine that. And he on the panel. Nigga, no. Like, he on the
I
panel and I'm
mean,
gonna tell him that. Like,
Zara,
yeah, what
would
the
you? I mean, if your brother needed him to
Zerai,
marry his
you
wife,
want my woman?
would you marry
Yeah,
her?
like, uh-oh.
Uh,
I've
no,
never
I
been
believe
asked. We never
no habla inglés.
what
If a
this
man's
nigga say?
brother,
He said, "No
if you're
habla inglés."
fellas, if one of your brother's wives, if one of your brothers died, would you take on your brother's wives as a wife, right?
Would
Mhm.
Man,
Oh,
would
if
you
it's traditional and that's what we
let
plan,
me see what
hell
he say,
yeah. But
y'all.
But
Let's see what he
it
say. Let's
doesn't
see what he
have.
say.
Oh, sorry.
if it's not
Let's see what he
traditional, that
say.
shit is awkward. Fuck you talking
Okay,
about?
so
Right.
so you have BIGO lights, Yogi and brother. You got BIGO lights,
Mhm.
like the Hebrew Israelite, BIGO lights. We're gonna talk to an Israelite. So I'm your brother.
Yeah, them
If I
Beagle
get in a
lights.
car
Yeah.
accident, I don't even want to ask him
Um,
that. I don't even want to know.
can I
I don't even want to
can
know.
I
I feel
just say
you.
this
I feel
real
you.
quick, Native?
Say
Don't
Beagle
answer.
light.
You cannot come to my house next weekend, boy. Like,
Can
nigga,
I just say
what?
this real quick, Native? Can you
Go
guys
ahead.
hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
bro.
So I have an aunt who is a Muslim woman. Her husband was from I want to say Eritrea or something like that.
Hmm.
They married here in the States. He passed away. He had a heart condition. He had a heart murmur, a big heart murmur. He was playing soccer one day, and his heart went out, and he passed away. So
I'm listening.
she
Mm-hmm.
married my uncle.
Hmm.
And so so from our American perspective, when we were talking to her about it, we were coming like that, like, what the hell? This don't sound normal at all,
What's up,
you
lover?
know, but
This is interesting.
what she explained to us that in their culture, when because the wife is fully submissive under the husband, even though she the his wives because it wasn't just my wife he took my aunt he took on all of the wives. There was three of them. My aunt was the youngest one of all the wives. He took on all three, so he eventually had like nine wives. um
Whoa.
but he was in a financial position to take care of them all. He ran a hospital. My aunt actually, when she left the state, she went out there and she built a hospital for girls out there. So a women's center out there. So she had income in on her end, but the other wives didn't work, and like four of the uncle's wives didn't work. So when he brought her in,
Hey, King Arjun.
one for her security, two for the children's security because she was working and the children needed to be secured and taken care of. And there was an understanding that there's no sexual involvement because she's still married to the brother. Even though the
Mm.
brother's not alive, she's still married to him in earth and in spirit.
Mm.
Hmm.
So
But
he
the
was
mar this
financially
This was
responsible
a
for her.
yes, this was a marriage of security. It wasn't a marriage of romance. It wasn't a marriage of
What's up, King?
relationship. It was a marriage for love. It was a marriage of security for the family structure.
Wow.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So we just
I could
broke
deal
down
with
all the
that.
different type of marriages.
Yeah, if I get married
So what
and
about? Oh, I'm
go ahead,
sorry.
neighbor. Go ahead.
Take it back. I just want to say because I read man because it made me think about what she said, and they said, so okay, I'm married. I get in a car accident. My brother is on the panel. I am not a Hebrew. Everybody I try to remind on this app, I was a Hebrew because of him. I didn't step out because of him. I stepped out because of the issues what people was doing and the world and definitely on apps. I didn't like the way they was treating people. He showed me the good side of it. You can see that he's not cussing none of y'all out if you have any type of blah blah. So if something happens to me as my brother's on his app, is so can he get her pregnant or he just marry her?
He
Like,
just married her. It's no
I
No,
mean,
sexual.
he
there's
gonna
no
marry her.
sexual
No, the
involvement.
law state
He go.
the
Hold
law
on.
states
but he
explicitly
also
that
can
he
ask.
shall
Okay,
bear her
mhm.
that she shall bear him children.
This is a
Yeah, it
good
does
Yeah.
question,
say.
Joe. Let's
Nah,
let's see.
nah,
Let's hear it.
I can
Yeah.
answer that biblically. Yeah, you're right.
She may fall in love with the man.
No, that's true because it says if the husband pass away, then that's where it's either if she pass away or she commit like it's a certain date. But if your husband dies, then and then that happens because it's in the scripture that he can the brother do somebody you trust do need to step up and take on that. But if
Okay.
he passed away, they can indeed like it say in the Bible, the pleasure that comes with sleep. You can do that.
Okay. Uh,
Shit. So for me, I'd have set it